Hello and welcome to You Can with Suzanne, and that would be me, Suzanne Sue Can, because if Sue can, you can too. I'm so happy that you're here. This is so much fun. So yeah, every week we have wonderful guests and fun stuff to talk about, and it's all about motivation, helping you to get up and go and do fun stuff and have an amazing, awesome, super wonderful, happy life, because you can. All right then, so we have I try to pick a topic instead of being all over the place. It's no fun if we just say we have a lot to talk about. You want to know what we're going to talk about today. So we mentioned environment before. Today we're going to talk about attitude, right? You've all heard about an attitude of gratitude. Well, what the heck does that mean? It's about being thankful. It's about being grateful. There's always, always, always stuff to be grateful for. Always. Even when the chips are down. You still woke up on this side of the earth, right? There's always reasons to be grateful. So I want you to think about stuff like that. Here's what I want you to do. Because it's already the middle of the day, right now actually, let's start right now. There's no time like the present. Think about, 3 things. What are you grateful for right now? I bet you have a shelter over your head. I bet you have some form of electricity because you're watching the show, right? And I bet there's probably at least one person in this world that you really feel awesome about. So I just helped you out. And I bet you could think of several more. Try to put that into practice every day, every day. You can get one of them little dollar mason jars from the store and write on a little piece of paper things that you're thankful for. And just drop them in there. And then the next day you're feeling all kinds of miserable or grumpy, or the next time that you aren't feeling it, dump out that jar and open up them little things, and it'll just make you feel, so wonderful, because it'll remind you of all the things that you yourself wrote that you are grateful for. Isn't that great? So try that. When you go to bed at night, think about what was awesome today. And then think about what wasn't so awesome today. What control did you have over that situation? We can't control everything. We can only control so much. You can't control other people, and you shouldn't want to. You are in charge for you and you alone. Now there's an awesome workshop that I teach, and I'm going to give you just a little sample of it. This is a wonderful lesson that I would like you to take for the rest of your days. Now think of this, okay? Stick with me here. Now just imagine yourself, now you know them big 3-tier water fountains, like in big fancy pants places? Imagine, if you will, that you are the center of a big 3-tier water fountain, okay? And you're the water, beautiful, crisp, clear water coming up through that fountain, okay? Now we want to keep our water clean, right? Now, here we are. Here's our happy water fountain, and it's wonderful. Picture it, envision it, right? Happy water, happy water. Okay, that's you. Okay, now, here's all this toxicity in the world, right? Here's angry boss, and here's nagging Nelly, and here's all these people who just want to cut you down. Nothing you do is right. Blah, 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 right? Well, guess what? You can't control other people. And these people have a big eyedropper of black ink, and they want to come and go tink and drop a little drop of water into your, a drop of ink into your water. We're going to learn to not let them do that, right? Remember, this is your water. This is your life. You need to take 100% ownership for all of your life. So going forward, we're not going to allow nagging Nelly and all these people to come on with their drop of ink and dirty our water. Now think about that for a minute, because there are folks around whose goal is to just irk you. Their goal is to cause an emotional reaction. And they thirst on that like a shark. And they will just, gnaw away at you. And a bully works the same way. They'll pick until you break down. And then they're like, yeah, right where I want you. And they go in for the kill. This is what they feed on. This is what they thrive on. So when you're ahead of the game, well, all right, because that just empowers you. So just bear that in mind. Now, here's another thing. Hurt people hurt people. So people who have a good set of morals, who have, their stuff straight and have their feet on the ground and their head is not up in the clouds, they're not out to get you. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to take from you. They don't want to crack or break you. They're responsible for themselves. And good people share and they encourage each other. Not cause drama, not backstabbing, none of that garbage. So to keep your water clear and healthy, recognize and identify people who are out there who it seems like their mission is to make you miserable. So think about when somebody greets you, hi, how are you? And how do you respond to that? No, really. If I ask you right now, I'm asking you right now, how are you? How are you? Are you miserable? What do you want to radiate? What do you want to emanate? What do you want to send out there? If you're having a bad day, you don't need to let it destroy the whole rest of your day. You can only control so much. Okay? Keep your water clean. Practice safe boundaries. Know where your boundaries are. And don't be afraid to enforce those boundaries. If somebody comes over and they're trying to bring you down and they're blah, 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 I don't have time right now. I need to take care of this. And keep your priorities straight. It'll work. They'll eventually go away. They'll eventually go find somebody else to bother. And then you have more time and you didn't take on their drama. You didn't take on their negative energy. And you still have all your happy water. And maybe we'll put some effervescent bubbles in there. Maybe it's like ginger ale and it's all happy and effervescent. I like that. All right. Hopefully you got a little something out of that. And there'll be some more of that on the next show. But you know what? I have an amazing guest who's got a wonderful story. And I really don't want to wait anymore because he has so much to share. Okay, so let's take a breath. Take a breath. Ready? All right. You're going to meet my friend, Scotty Odell. And Scotty is the owner of Wolf Lake Restorations. Now, AKA that furniture guy. Hello, Scott.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic.
Good.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me, by the way.
My
it's
pleasure.
Awesome.
It is. All right. So, as always, we're going to start at the beginning.
All right.
Not like way back, but.
Not when I was born?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, not back that far.
Okay.
So, all right. Let's just start. How did you get into, well, I guess we need to say what you do. So you're that furniture guy, you repair furniture, you restore stuff, you are saving Buffalo.
History, yes.
Saving Buffalo's history.
Yes.
Okay, so where did this all begin?
Well, I started in furniture, just like light sanding and stuff. There was a local company called the Furniture Hospital that opened up around the block from my parents' house, right on Hurdle Avenue. So once they did that, I could walk to the shop. And the guy, the original owner, his name was Phil, he would let me light sand or stain stuff. And I just kept on doing that since I was 12. I mean, I've been doing this since I was 12. I mean, I've had 2 other jobs. I worked like a delivery pizzas. And I quit school for 2 weeks. I don't know why I did that. But I worked at a car wash. But my whole life, it's just been furniture.
Oh, wow.
Well, until, about, I don't know, 10 years ago when I started doing houses, the woodworking houses.
Okay, so you started at this place and you just did a little light sanding. Yeah. And the friendship began, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, all through high school, I got early release. I went to McKinley High School, took carpentry there. So I got to leave school early my senior year to go work at the Furniture Hospital as like part of the program. So that was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. It was like a half a day of school and then go to work and make money.
Wow.
So once I graduated from McKinley, I ended up working at the Furniture Hospital for a while. And then I couldn't get along with my older brother or the other guys. There's just, you know, my demeanor is different than everybody else's. You know, I'm not, they're loud, I'm not. And so I just couldn't handle that, you know. My older brother, I guess, still picking on me, I guess, over, you know, you're 20 years old and you're getting bugged by your brother. So I just ended up starting doing new furniture. I went to Calvin's Furniture, and they said, can I do burn-ins? I said yes.
Wait, what's a burn-in?
I don't know. Well, at the time, I don't know what it is, but you melt finish into dents and stuff to make it smooth and level. So I said I could over the phone, and then I went to the Furniture Hospital and I asked Phil, I was like, they want me to do burn-ins. What is a burn-in? So he ended up showing me, and I practiced the whole day before my interview. I just beat up a bunch of furniture and just melted finish in this, you know, all this different furniture, and then I went in and I got the job, and that's how I started doing new furniture. So I went from antiques to new furniture for forever.
Wow.
I went to all the different stores around here. I went to school for 2 weeks in Florida to learn how to do touch-ups and burn-ins better. They taught me upholstery out there. I think it was called Rooms to Go. They made you train for like two to 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and they paid me, so that was awesome too.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, where did the nickname come in?
What nickname? That furniture guy?
Yes.
Well, I started. People used to call the Furniture Hospital and ask if we did home repairs, and for a long time, everyone said no. And then one day, I was like, "I'll go." So I just started going. Well, the thing is, between the new furniture and the furniture, it's like a love-hate relationship. I kept on going back, leaving, going back, leaving, but I kept on learning. That was the whole thing. Everywhere I went, I always learned more. That was my goal. That's when I moved to Florida, I learned more, a lot more out there, but that was all new furniture. But at one of the times I was at the Furniture Hospital, people kept on calling asking for home repairs. And I knew at the time I could do it then because all the different stores I was working at, so I just started doing that. So I didn't have business cards. I didn't have, you know, really have a phone number. They just knew me from the Furniture Hospital. And they still get us mixed up because that's how long I've been at the Furniture Hospital. I'm like, I'm not that furniture guy. So, but what happened is people would forget my name. So they would call the Furniture Hospital and say, hey, what's that furniture guy's name? Is that furniture guy there? And pretty much that's how I was like, that's an awesome name. So I just became that furniture guy.
So you do, so new furniture and broken furniture too, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I pretty much can, I do it all. I mean, I like fixing new furniture just because it's a lot easier. I make it look like it was never broken. Scratches, dents, you know, just you'd fix it, gluing the chairs. But restoring antiques is fun too because you strip it right down to the bare wood and you give it new life again. I mean,
that's exciting stuff. And I know we have a lot of listeners who love antiques, including my sister.
I think I sold her something too. So, yeah, I mean, with the antiques though, once you get it stripped down, you get a beat up piece of furniture and you return it back to the customer, and their face and their excitement of joy to seeing it back to life, especially if it's like from their grandmother, grandfather, even their great-grandmother, grandfather, or it was their mother's, or you know, whatever it was from, you know, their childhood.
Sentimental value.
Yeah, they just love that. I mean, it eats me up. That's the best feeling.
Oh, it's gotta be. That's super mega awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so let's move along now. So the chairs, antiques. Now, do you still do antique stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm still that furniture guy. I mean, I'm Wolf Restorations, but it's home of the furniture guy, and there's only one in Buffalo, and that's me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so let's see. So you do home calls. Now I think this is kind of cool too. That somebody breaks their couch, or kids jump on the couch and it was an expensive couch and the parents are all kinds of mad, you can take care of that and you don't have to throw it out.
Yeah, yeah. My kids' mother, she always didn't know what they did with like the broken furniture. She thought they just threw it away. She never, before I met her, she never knew there was people like me who could fix it. So
I think a lot of people think that way, and that's why they freak out. Your kids are bouncing on the couch, or drop a bowling ball or whatever it is, and it's broken, and we freak out because
a bowling ball.
Just saying it gets broke. And then, well, yeah, I would have never thought, somebody could fix
a lot
this.
of times with like sofas, they sit on the arms, they break the arms. I mean, I got to take the upholstery completely off, get to the arm. Sometimes I can fix it, not taking it all off, but most of the time you got to take the whole fabric off the arm. You replace the wood, sister board or whatever.
Wow.
But a lot of calls I get lately is for they buy a sofa, at their old house. It fits in fine, but then they move and it's a smaller house or it's built differently and they can't get their sofa in, and they just paid $2,000 for their sofa. So they find me, and then I take it apart, whether it's at my shop, their old house, in the garage they just moved to, and I take it all apart, and then I reassemble it back inside.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then it's like good as new. I don't cut the boards. I was watching videos on New York City people. They cut the sofas right in half, right through the wood. Mine are right at the joints. Yeah, I'm like, I don't cut nothing. I cut nails. That's what I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's another service nobody would even dream of. We have to get rid of the couch, we have to sell it. No, you don't.
Well, I started doing everything because I wanted a rotation. When I first started, it's not always furniture repair. Sometimes it's, replace a piece of glass or something. But I did a lot of furniture repair, new furniture, antiques. Then I got into the sofas, and I do houses now too. I restored the woodwork in houses. So I wanted to keep moving. I never wanted to stop not working. So I had to keep figuring out other things to do, but it was always furniture or wood. So that's,
wow.
You always got to keep working. That's the thing.
Right, yeah. So, oh gosh, I know we have some photos that we're going to be showing, if we haven't already, about staircases, like people who end up painting their stairs.
Yeah.
And then they call you.
Yeah, they call me. I'll strip it right down, right back to the bare wood. My favorite one, I think you got the pictures, was that one right there. That was a West Side house. I mean, that was all painted. I stripped it down to the bare wood, refinished it, matched the woodwork to the ceiling, because there was beams across the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, all the boards were gone. It was one of my favorite projects I did, next to churches, of course, but because that gives you a whole different feeling, sitting in a church working on it. I don't know, I can't explain.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
But yeah, the West Side house was my favorite house that I did. It was for a friend who was flipping the house, and I just got to, he called me and I did it, so.
Wow, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like everything. Is there anything that you don't do?
Floors.
But you got a guy,
Yeah,
right?
I do have a guy. Whenever I'm doing a big job and they want the floors done, I refer my friend Todd, and he'll come out and he does an excellent job, and one day maybe he'll be part of Wolf Lake, I don't know.
But it's nice to know if somebody has a whole job that they want done, that they can call you and that you can sort of kind of at least refer somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I can do floors, but the machines are too heavy, and I got a bad back. I'm not lifting that stuff. I don't, but they're just heavy.
So how did you end up getting churches then? And we started with a couch, and now we're all the way up to a church. So how did you get from?
Well, I do a lot of front doors. I call it right now. It's like front door season.
It's wabbit season.
Yeah, no, it's front door season.
All right, it's front door season.
So then then a church saw my work, and they were like, "Hey, can you do art?" And the church's doors, they're twice as big. They're gigantic, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." And
I have to ask, what was going through your mind when you first got that call?
Well, the first church I did was really bad. I mean, they called me in October, and I looked at it, and I was like, there's no way I want to, you know, do this door. But then they called me again once, you know, front door season started again. I re-looked at it again. I was like, they really wanted it done. So I said, I'll do it. And it came out. They loved it. I got big hugs and everything. That was a great feeling. I think I cried too, but we're not going to go there. That's all right though.
So, gosh, what was it like? What was it like? I want to know. I want to know, like, how did that feel? Like being in a holy place like that.
Well, the experience, I like it. I love doing the work. People come by, they're always, oh, those doors needed it, you know, especially if I'm outside working on, you know, whether it's the doors, you know, or you know, I've done a couple windows and stuff, but they stop and they're like, oh, you're making it look so pretty, you know, just people. And they're like, I didn't know this church was open. I'm like, it's open. You know, the past church, I did a church on Grant Street, St. Elizabeth's, it was formerly St. Elizabeth's. I let people come in, look at the church. We were like, we didn't know it was still open. I was like, it's still open. I did another one in Batavia, the same thing. And my thing is, I like sitting in the church when there's no one there.
Oh yeah.
And it's just the feeling you get is incredible.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is so cool.
I can't explain it. You just look around, you see all the history. It's quiet, you know. It's just
time to yourself.
Yeah,
right?
it's time to myself. I know I'm saving it. I'm making it, you know, survive another 100 years, you know.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that
is incredible.
I mean, I don't know. I wish I could explain it more about the feeling you get when I work on churches, but it's just a feeling that I can't explain, I guess.
Yeah, understood.
Maybe he's just coming down on me. Thank you.
So you mentioned Batavia, so you're not limited to just Buffalo.
No, I mean, if I can drive there, I'll go. I mean, I'll stay in a hotel and work, you know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I mean, it's what I do. I love saving history, and I'll just I'll go wherever I can go.
Wonderful. Yeah. Great. So let's see. I'm trying to read your flyer in my imagination now. Okay, so we have mantles, staircases. I mean, for our listener audience, it's kind of like recap of all the wonderful things that you can do.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I do everything in the house except for the floors. I do the baseboards. Sometimes people want, they want to repaint, but there's so much paint on there that I'll just strip it. So then they reprime it and paint it, and it's so much better. It's not all
8 layers of paint.
Yeah. So I've done a lot of jobs like that where I just strip and paint. It's a pain. Like a lot of my jobs happen when people start the project and they can't finish it, or it takes like, you know, they're like, you know, they can only get, you know, 3 hours in or something. I mean, and I'll walk in and say, I can finish this job in 2 weeks, and they're like, what? I'm like, it's 2 weeks, and they don't believe me. And I come in, I finish it, because I'm there 8 hours, you know. Sometimes I have my brother who'll help me, you know, and then we'll just scrape away, and they're just so happy that it's done in 2 weeks. Then, you know, I've done houses that they've been working on for 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're like, we've been doing this for 10 years.
And you just come right in and
come in, swoop in, and I'm out.
The guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, well, I know what I'm doing. It's the proper tools. It's all the time I can put into it. Everyone always says I have patience, and I do, because you have to have it, because it's tedious. You just keep going, you know?
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. Layers and layers of paint, ugh.
Yeah.
No fun. Great, so we have a Facebook page, right?
That's correct, yeah. It's Wolf Lake Restorations.
Okay.
I pretty much post everything I have. I mean, if I've done it, it's on that page. I mean, for the last 5 years, I think I've been posting on there, and every job.
Wonderful.
From the sofas to the churches to the furniture, everything.
Wonderful. That's awesome. That's awesome. You're just so talented. Yeah. I've seen a lot of the work, and it's breathtaking. It is breathtaking. There is just...
Well, I always see people who say, I wish I could do what I love. I'm doing it.
That's what this show's about. It's about doing what you love. It's about living with passion. That's it. Nailed it. Yes, 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 yes. See, and that's what everybody wishes they could do. And stop wishing and start doing. Do what it is that you love, what resonates with you. Get off your butt and start making it happen. Surround yourself with the people that you look up to, that are doing what it is that you want to do. Because you know what? There really is no competition. Your only competition is yourself. You want to be better today than you were yesterday. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing, because there's no one else who's like you. Isn't that awesome? It's all about you. Yes, yes. So I wanted to mention, because we only have a couple minutes left, thank you to the floor director, Mercury, today. And we have a concert that's coming up, and it is called the Exposure Concert. And I hope he doesn't mind that I mention Scotty is also an award-winning, phenomenal bass player. All right, and you can see Scotty, he's playing Saturday night with his band, which is called Yeti Massacre, right?
Yeah.
And so that's cool. So anyways, the Exposure Concert, 3 days. We have 44 bands that are playing. And what else? 44 bands, 3 days, 2 stages, and it's free. What more can you ask for? It is at the Cove, 4701 Transit Road in Depew. For the full band lineup, please visit loveshouldn'thurt.org. So that is wonderful. Do not miss it. It's free, for Pete's sakes. And this is the last year that it's going to be free, because we are going to really step it up. And I am looking to get a closed down school or hotel or something and turn it into transitional housing, a thrift center, and a resource house. So no more free shows for you guys, because we have purpose. There's way too much need, and we have to serve the people in our community with the things that they need. So that is awesome. I'd like to thank my guest, Scotty. So don't throw stuff out. And if you have some really old sentimental, and he does basement cleanouts, basement and attic cleanouts too. So if you happen to be purging and you're going through some stuff and you see something and it's super mega awesome, but it's really beat up and sad, give Scotty a call. And I think 548-4879. And he will have a look at that, give you an estimate, and breathe new life into it, and it'll be wonderful. So make sure that you do that, and don't throw that stuff out. Somebody breaks a couch, you drop a bowling ball through your couch or whatever it is. Don't throw it out. If you're moving, you move into something smaller, give Scotty a call, and he will take care of it for you. So that's all the time that we have. My name is Suzanne Sucan, because if Sue can, you can too. I thank you so much for joining me. You will find us back here again next week. Thank you, Scotty.
Thank you, Susie.
All righty, we'll see you next week. Take care.